Listening to us on the radio or you're listening to us on one of the podcasting sites, YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, the list goes on and on. We do appreciate you listening. We have a very special guest tonight here in our 6 o'clock hour. This is Lydia Samaniego, and she just produced a book. It's To Hell with You. Great title. Love it. Uh, very unique. And she's going to be talking about her story, which is incredible. She's went through adventure, tragedy, love, betrayal, transformation. The list goes on and on. And she's done many things in her life. A teacher, a healer, yoga enthusiast, life coach. The list goes on and on. She's just a basket of everything. Lydia, thanks so much for coming on the program tonight. I'm excited for this, and I know the listeners, whether they're listening now or they're listening later, will really enjoy your story. So thank you.
Thank you, Rob. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So just going through this, just to start off, I am a man, of course, and you raised four men. And so talk about that as a single mom, raising four young men. I mean, that's got to be a heck of a challenge. I know I was probably a little bit of challenge from my parents. I can't to mention, just raising four little ones of myself, how big of a challenge that would be.
Well, it was my greatest honor
Right.
and my greatest responsibility. So both sides. And I think that what helped me through doing it was just that even though they're children,
Yeah.
they are young, but they still deserve respect, just like an adult does. And that's how I approached it. And when I did treat them with respect, admit when I was wrong, said it was my fault, asked for forgiveness, said I'm sorry, they responded so well. And that created a trust, I think, that they had in me from a very young age. And so our relationship just grew from there. And I was always honest. I mean, honestly, I didn't know how else to be other than
Right.
just to be honest, because once you lie once, you can't come back. You get lost right there. So I just like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be honest. And yeah, I messed up and I did this wrong and I'm sorry. Well, let's do this and this. And I think young people, children really respond to that.
So talk about that because it seems like you were very, even though it was four, little guys that you were raising, you were pretty much, very open and honest with them. I see a lot of parenting now. I'm in Orlando, go to Disney a lot. Obviously, we see a lot of kids around. You know, I see the kids, it's almost like they're parenting themselves, and the parents are just drinking by themselves. The kids are 200 feet away. And then, we see this all the time when I'm there with, the girl I'm dating, or if I'm there with my family, the kid gets lost and the parents eventually freak out, but it's because they weren't watching the kid. They had no knowledge of what the kid was doing. And obviously, if this starts at a young age, we're going to see this even worse as the kids get older with drugs, with alcohol, with sex, with addictions. The list goes on and on. So, how did you, again, as a single mom, not fall into these traps of just because it's four kids. This is not just one, not two, not three. This is four. This is very, very much a big job for you in general. And it seems like you raise very good in adult men now. And a lot of people, they don't know how to raise kids at all. It's a joke to them, honestly.
Yes, I agree. So what exactly is your question? So
Well, sorry, I went into a little bit of a rant there. I guess what
no.
I'm just saying is that you know maybe we should move on. I kind of went into a rant there. I apologize to the audience there. That was I went into my own rant of me seeing these people just let their kids run wild, and you didn't do that obviously with your kids. So I just went into a rant there. So let's move forward again for people listening. Excuse me. This is Lydia Salmon. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling with names now. I got it once and I screwed up the second time.
It's okay.
Uh,
Samaniego. Samaniego.
Samaniego.
Yes.
So we'll have to maybe cut this off the radio because I just did that flub up.
It's
So
okay.
let me
Just
restart